We spent $1,600 and we made $40,000 back in profit. And it all came from not what I did in the ads manager, but my bread and butter is the actual writing process of these ads. Ads have been around hundreds of years. They're going to be around as long as somebody is selling something. Ads will never go out of business. They will never go out of style. As long as humans are making trades amongst each other, which they have been for thousands of years, ads will always be a thing. We've had ads, as you can tell here, the old Porsche ad, my favorite car brand, so I thought I'd throw it on here. Random fitness ad I pulled. The OG of internet marketing himself, Ty Lopez, a video ad. You guys may think, oh, Jaden, is it better to run static ad, a video ad? I'd say run both. To show you the effectiveness of an ad that's blended in, we're going to scroll my Instagram Reels for a little bit. Big UFC fans, so we might get a lot of UFC Reels on here. These all look normal. Normal, regular videos. Oh, what is this? This is an ad. Could you tell, though? Let's go back up. You know, there's mukbang, subtitles, regular videos. Now I'm scrolling down, and then I'm seeing a video that is equivalent to all the other ones I just saw. It looks native to Instagram. Good amount of likes, right? I can click to learn more, and then I'm brought to this guy's landing page. That's the kind of the end goal here with making a video ad that converts well. You want to blend it in within Meta itself. How do we write these ads, and how do I get people to opt in or buy, take an interest in whatever in the world I'm selling? Very simple, simple enough. I'm going to go with a very basic, bare bones format called PAS. Problem, agitation, solution. If you're not a strong copywriter, hold on to this format, this template for dear life, and you'll be A-okay when it comes to your writing. Okay? I'm going to pick a random business. We're going to pick a roofing business. There we go. Love roofers, right? It's a pretty big problem, right? If I'm a roofer, my business is stuck at 100K, you're going to be pretty pissed. If I see that ad, I'm probably going to stop. You know, did I earn their click? Did I earn their attention? I earned their initial attention with a hook, right? That was my problem, is calling out the right person, roofer. I didn't say electrician. You know, I didn't say general contractor. I said roofer. You want to call out who you want. As long as this part is good, in general, you yourself are going to be good with your ad. Now we're going to go into agitation. We're just agitating what we just mentioned, right? If your roofer is stuck at 100K per year, I'm going to show you how to get proper agitation for your ad, right? Because you want to be speaking to the right people and an actual pain point. If it's ChatGPT slop, they're going to know ChatGPT slop because it's people in the field, in the ICP, doing the thing, right? They're the roofer. So I'm going to actually break down how I get agitation in an ad. So I just wrote down a whole list of different places we can find agitation. Just finding pain points or desires these people want. Reddit, so underrated. People spill their hearts out on Reddit. I get top quality information from Reddit. Top quality information. Reddit is great. Online forums, random stuff. It could be niche specific online forum rooms where people chat about their issues. You know, sales calls, my favorite. If you've been taking sales calls, go through your team's sales calls. They straight up tell you their pain point. If you have a good closer and he's asking the good questions and he's probing deep on questions, you're going to have all this information on sales calls, right? Webinar chat history. Don't see this a lot, but it's a trick I like to use. If you run this funnel called an online webinar, this ain't a funnel video, I'll get to that a different day. These are funnels where you run like a live class and there's a chat room for the class to talk as you're presenting, filled with pain points. If you have a strong social media, I'm talking 2,000 to 3,000 quality story views, you know, not disqualified people from different countries, like third world countries, not friends, family, at least 3,000, 2,000 people who are your ICP, like I want this person to buy for me. You have that kind of social media, just throw up a poll, ask them a question, they'll be glad to answer. That's where agitation comes in. Now we got solution. Sign up for the class, right? This is a funnel. I love running webinars. Those of you know me, I'm a big webinar fiend for webinars, live trainings where you pitch at the end. Love them. Get my XYZ for free lead magnet. So listen, if all else fails, fuck being fancy. Fuck doing some crazy methods you saw from a guy on Instagram. PAS, the classic. When I was beginning as a copywriter, and I didn't know a lot of the more advanced techniques, and I was writing ads for clients, I was sticking to PAS. PAS. I don't know if people call it PAS, I call it PAS. Problem, agitation, solution is going to be there when I have my first kid. I'm going to let it hold my first kid before I do. That's how much I love this format of ad. Not just how to write an ad, I also want to go over troubleshooting some issues you may have once the ad is live, as in issues of how you scripted the ad. So maybe you've already ran ads in the past, it's applicable to you, maybe you gotta come back to the section of the video, but I'm gonna be showing you the main issues I've had personally. Like I said, clients have spent literally over millions of dollars. I've been a copywriter on offers where they're spending $200K a month on ads, and I was the one writing the ads. These are issues I had to deal with, so we're gonna troubleshoot a few of these live, at least the main ones I've seen dealing with writing ads, right? Broke leads, right? This is one you guys might deal with. What brings in broke leads? Why are these people going through my funnel? They're my ICP maybe, but they're just not financially qualified. They can't afford what I'm selling them, how to finance them. Their credit score is so low, I can't even finance them. How do I stop these broke leads from coming through my funnel? Let's go back to our framework here. Problem, agitation, solution. Honestly, I'd have to look at the specific ag to diagnose because you can mess this up at all 3 stages. If you're Joe Schmo and you and your dad run a little roofing company together, your back does most of the work. Yeah, sign up for my free class. You definitely won't get any broke people saying that, right? Here's what you're probably doing if you deal with this issue. You're writing your ads out of scarcity. You're saying, oh man, I really hope I get a return on my ad spend. So to give myself the highest chance, I'm gonna throw a large casting net out there. I'll get some broke leads, but there's gotta be some good ones in there. I gotta just see a return on my ad spend. You're so emotional. I can tell if this is your problem. I can tell because I've seen it with multiple clients. Dealing with emotion. I repel broke people, okay? Don't hate broke people, but get the hell away from whatever the hell I'm working on. Get away from me. I don't want you. You know, when I write ads, I pull out my little pepper spray, my broke repellent pepper spray. Get out of here, EBT. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I get my little broke person repellent spray and I start, shh. Get away from me, get away from me. Shh. Broke people, get away from me. And I'm doing that because I don't want you in my fucking funnel. First, that's it, fair and square. I don't want you near me. Get away. So I want to make sure I'm having these in here. If you're a roofer and you're stuck at 100K per year, you're stuck at 100K because your back does the work. We don't want this. We want this. We want to call them out financially. And there's been a couple cases where I've done this, and they still go through my funnel, and a few of them are broke. One, probably just cut the ad, cut the avatar you're targeting, cut the angle. But if you're certain this is your ICP, you've closed these people in the past, there's one last, you know how earlier I pulled out, there's one last broke person repellent spray. This one's like a broke person repellent taser. I'm tasing them now. Get away from my funnel, right? Sign up for this class, get my XYZ, buy now. Here's what the fuck I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm gonna say. But if you don't have XYZ to invest, this is not for you. Please don't sign up, right? Or some variation of this. A lot of you might say, well, Jade, your cost per lead is gonna shoot up. That's okay. Some of you might say, Jade, well, no one's gonna click on the ad. That's incorrect. Meta has information of millions of people who have capital, okay? Now, some offers just can't work, right? They just can't work. Like, I could not sell a $100,000 ticket price to a pickleball coach stuck at 5K a month, right? Like, for something that just doesn't make sense, yeah, no matter what you say in your ad, it's not going to work. But the main point I'm trying to get across here is that's one last little safety mechanism to ensure that if this stuff up here for qualifying didn't work, I'm just going to throw this in here. Screw it. Pepper spray don't work, I'm going to fucking tase you. And then if it doesn't work then, I'm just going to pull the 9 out. Pull the 9 out. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But that's my metaphor for killing the ad. You know, and kill the ad if it's bringing in too many broke people. There's probably other ads in the batch that did a lot better. Said, feel free to follow me on IG. Here's my Instagram, JDK Pullen. I'm the founder of Rude Marketing. We're partnered with WAP, one of the biggest payment processors in the online marketing space today. And obviously, I've generated over $1 million as a marketer for all my clients combined. I've been able to scale a marketing agency to over, a decent amount of 5 figures per month, at the age of 21. So I always try to drop value in marketing advice here for you gentlemen and women out there. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button down below. Follow me on Instagram. I'll be dropping a lot of short form. 2026 is looking like a great year for the marketing world and business in general, and I am excited to scale with you guys. Feel free to follow me down below. Check out the newsletter. All the resources down below. You guys have an absolute blessed one. Ever need anything? Shoot me a DM.